and good evening to everyone, depending on where you're watching me from. Welcome to the Raging Hot Mic podcast. I hope you all are having a good day and a good week. Today we'll be discussing about the nomination of the former governor of Abia State, Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu, as a non-career ambassador by the present government. If you like what I'm doing, please smash the like button, subscribe, drop your comments, and then share. So let's continue. Dr. Ikpeazu is the former governor of Abia State. He spent 80 years in Abia State. For more context, Abia is one of the few states in the southeast that has the worst governors in terms of since democracy returned to Nigeria. To make you understand better, it is said that the former governor Orji Uzor was the best governor Abia State ever had. That doesn't mean he delivered or he worked wonders in the state. But if Orji Uzor, if you watch him in the Senate, you see how he keeps flip-flopping. Today he's talking about another issue, tomorrow he's another issue. He keeps always bowing down to those in power. If it's not Buhari, it is Tinubu. If you watch Orji Uzor, he changes his tune depending on who is in government. So for him to be called or to be assumed to be the best governor of Abia State, it tells you how terrible their governors are. And after Orji Uzor, they had T.A. Orji and they had Okezie Ikpeazu. So to tell you how terrible Okezie Ikpeazu was, he couldn't even win elections as a senator in Abia. He failed woefully, and then he has been nominated as a political ambassador. So for you to understand, I'll address three issues or three mismanagement by Okezie Ikpeazu. This is a man that has been nominated as a minister, as an ambassador. This is a man that, as a governor of Abia State, he couldn't even pay salaries. Abia workers, both local and state workers, were owed for months. Pension was not paid. The internet is your friend, or you can pick up a phone and call someone who you know in Abia State. This same man that is going to become an ambassador, because I presume the Senate is going to pass him, is going to take a bow and leave. This same man couldn't pay salaries and pensions for months. This is the same person that is going to become an ambassador. And to me, the most important thing apart from security I require from every government is payment of salary. I don't think it's a privilege, it's an obligation. It's a must, it's a right. Payment of salaries to me is a right, because even the Bible says that a servant deserves his wages. It's there. It's a different thing if he didn't work, right? You know how Nigerians always praise the governor or whatever, praise their leaders when they pay their salary. No, I don't do that. You have to pay, because that's what labor handles in developed countries. So I don't know how a governor owes. I don't care. Then shut the state down, then resign. It's a different thing to say government is retrenching or they're sacking workers and all this, but payment of salary is basic to me and to anyone. It is basic. You have to pay salaries as and when due. You can't owe, because these workers have mortgages, they have cars they have to pay, they have schools they have to send their kids to. So it's not negotiable, and he couldn't pay salaries. Now, not just that, Abia State and Aba witnessed deteriorating infrastructure. If you go to the ASEPA, I think the Abia State Environmental Protection Agency, and this is an agency that he headed. He headed that agency, and yet when he became a governor, it was the worst agency in Abia State. Refuse was not collected. The street was littered. It was dirty. It was inhabitable. It was awful under his tenure as Abia State governor. In fact, he is said to be the worst governor Abia State has ever seen. In a political wave where politicians rig elections, where politicians are almost assured of winning the next election, he failed. He couldn't get the Senate. He lost. He won the primary. That tells you how bad he was. Aba was littered with refuse. Then the last and not the least was allegations of financial mismanagement. Soon after taking office, the present governor Alex Otti, who is loved in Abia State, for the first time in the southeast, this is the first time I'm seeing organic, genuine love for a governor. I think you saw that in military time with Ndubisi Kanu in Lagos State. You had some governors who were beloved. I think Marwa also in Lagos State was loved. Yeah, you had Ike Nwosu. I think Ike Nwosu was in Abia State also. Yeah, he was loved. Yeah, you have some governors who were loved, like organic, during the military time or military regime. Alex Otti, he can walk 24 hours without security in that state. I've never seen that. So soon after taking office, he commissioned an audit report on the state under Okezie Ikpeazu. And it was revealed, allegedly, that Kejì Ikpeazu mismanaged 1.9 trillion of the state. This is the kind of person, and he denies it. And not just that, also, if you guys remember, or if your phone is your best friend, you can check your phone. This is a governor that gave out 500 naira, 500, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 500 naira to mothers who had just given birth and a delivery pack. 500 after delivering. Gave them 500. When he became viral and it was claimed that he was mocking them, he made the following statement. Are you asking a poor woman what she would do with 500? Some people don't have it. He doubled down. He defended his decision. And it was claimed that it was part of the state basic health insurance. Health insurance that you give women that just delivered 500 naira. What did these guys take us for? He gave women that just delivered in government facilities 500 naira. And when he was asked, I think it was Channels, he doubled down. I said, some people, they are so poor that they don't have 500 naira and I'm giving them 500 naira. Mocking them. And this same person is who you appoint as an ambassador. A pity for our country. This same person, with all these allegations, is who is going to represent us in a foreign land. It's our image, it's our brand. Now, the assumption is that appointment is a reward for political alignment and defection. If you all remember very well, in the run-up to the 2023 election, he was among the G5, a group of governors that came together. Him, Seyi Makinde, Wike, Otom, and I think Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi of Enugu State. These 5 governors came together and claimed that Wike was poorly treated. This was after Wike lost the primaries. He wasn't badly treated until he lost the primaries. Then he discovered he was badly treated. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that the primaries were free and fair, but these are politicians. What do you expect from them? He should be ashamed that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar snatched the ticket from him. In a primary, he always plans, he negotiates and gets the chairman of the party, gets everybody in order to get a smooth sale. He always loses it. He lost it when he brought Tambuwa, the same. And Dr. Kejì Ikpeazu was one of those that claimed Tinubu and the South was neglected. Now he found his voice. It's about the South. When it doesn't favor them, they bring North and South for you. You go to the Senate, they are all one. There's no North and South. There's no North, there's no South, they are all one. They agree, they share the money, they share their location, they whatever, they all work together. When they have events, they go for each other's events. My son's wedding, my daughter's wedding, there's no North or South. But once it's election, they come down to the Southeast and they start telling us that the problem is from the North. The North don't want your progress, the South don't want. That is the playbook. That is the same playbook Dr. Kejì Ikpeazu employed during the election. It became, they are fighting for Southern candidates. No, they are not fighting for any Southern candidates. Don't fall prey for these politicians. They're fighting for their pockets. They're fighting for themselves. That's what they're fighting for. There's no principle, there's no morality. These guys, it's all about personal interest. Don't fall for that. Even in state politics, they tell you, oh, this senatorial zone, this. No, we have not produced it. It has to come from here. You ask them, what has our own people done for us? They don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to be transparent. So they bring up all these schemes. So this is the same man who was fighting for the South. He's now being rewarded by the South. He doesn't have diplomatic expertise. He lacks diplomatic expertise. He lacks it. He doesn't have it. Perception of impunity and lack of accountability for you to appoint such a man. So when the worst performing governor of Abia State is rewarded, and this is a state that has been so unlucky with governors, when the worst governor of one of the worst states, badly run, very blessed state, extremely blessed, geographically located, they have River State on this side, they have Ebonyi on the other side, they have Enugu on the other side, well located, and then Imo State also, but mismanaged. We look at Aba, you know how much can be generated from Aba alone? You know internally generated funds from Aba? You know the kind of city you can build from the money coming from Aba, enterprising city, willing to work, always working. But you always hear the negative stories from there. Not because the people are bad, no. It has nothing to do with the people. The people want jobs. The people want everything positive. The people are ready to support the government. But because our leaders are short-sighted and they only think about themselves, they're greedy. It's about personal interest. It's about lining their pockets. So what message are you sending to the international community? You think they won't do research on the person who's nominated and posted to their country? They look at us and they know we are not serious. They know it's business as usual. To smile and say, these guys are not serious. We have to do better as a state. Do your research. Hold your leaders accountable. And call them out. We will not be silenced. Thanks. Have a good one, everyone.